Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. I hope all's good and you're having a good time, whatever it is that you're up to. What are we looking at for this video? How to play hip hop. What I'm doing today is I'm once again using my DAW. I've got my sounds coming from my DAW. You can take these samples off and load them into your module if you've got a module that you can sample into and load custom sounds in. If not, you can hook your kit up. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's Roland, whether it's Yamaha, whether it's Behringer, whether it's Tortec, Pintec, Drumtec, Alesis, Pearl. It doesn't matter. You can hook it up. As long as there's MIDI in and MIDI out, you can hook it up to your DAW and you can get these sounds going on. The DAW I use out of choice is Ableton Live. If you've been watching these, you know why. It's a great DAW for drumming with. It allows you to do so much and you can control it rather than it controlling you and making you play to arrangements. You can do all that. If you're not sure how, have a look at some of the other videos I've made. It shows you how to do that. If not, get my book, The Art of eDrumming. That shows you too. Let me just demonstrate what comes with the Yamaha kit that I use. This is a Yamaha hip hop kit. Okay? As you can hear, it's just toms and snares. It's nice. The kick and the snare, they're quite nice. It's quite representational. The toms, I don't know. For me, it just makes you go, well, I can't really play hip hop with this. You know, not the way I hear hip hop anyhow. So I'm going to bring the volume down. Let's have a look at Ableton and see what I've got going on. I've put some sounds in here already just because I thought it would be easier. I've got all my sound libraries. If you've been watching this, you probably know how it works. I've got a folder here called sample CDs. When I started making this, CDs were around. I still use it. It's still my main folder where a lot of my sounds are. And in here, I've got some bid samples. And I go down there, and if I look at kicks, I go to kicks, and then I go down and I have a look and see if in kicks I have hip hop kicks. And there you go. I've only got a couple, but there's some hip hop kicks there. And I've grabbed one of them, Funland kick, and I've stuck it down here on C1 of a drum rack. And there it is. I hit the kick drum, Funland plays. And I've gone round the kit, and wherever it's triggering sounds, I've placed a relevant sound there. So for instance, the snare, that's a clip snare. And I did the same process. I went up to my sample CDs, I went up to snares, and in snares I looked for hip hop, and that was there. The big thing with hip hop for me is they have these big long bass notes, these big long 808 kick drums, which are bass notes basically. So what I've done is I've just taken two for now. It's the same sound. I've just put it on a different trigger point and I've detuned it. So I've got one on the rim here, and then I've got one on the center. And I'm choking. So they choke each other off. And to me, that's typically hip hop. You hear that. Straight away, you've got more of a hip-hop vibe, I think, to playing the Yamaha hip-hop sounds. The other thing that they have in hip-hop is they usually have a ride cymbal as the crash. So I've just stuck a ride sound on this crash cymbal here, and I've stuck some reverb on it as well. The reverb that I'm using is just standard. It's just reverb that's a standard that comes with Ableton. So if I turn it off, this is it without. And this is it with. Just added a little bit, that's all. And then over here on this pad, you probably heard it earlier, I just put a snare. And lastly, what I did was the hi-hat. It's like an electro hi-hat. And that's, again, typical of hip hop. Something that's really tight. So now we've put all the bits around the kit, we piece it all together, and we'll see what we come up with. There you go, a bit of live hip hop for you. Hope you've enjoyed that little insight. As I've said to you before, a short video like this, 5-10 minutes, you cannot say this is how hip hop's played, this is how you do hip hop. This is just a little insight into how important it is to get the sounds that you need for the genres that you're playing once again. And also to know what those grooves and those patterns are as well. Hip hop is really minimal. A lot of the time, you've got to be really choice about what you're doing and building things up. So it allows a lot of space for the lyrics to come through. Really important. I hope you got something out of this. If you're watching it on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're watching it on Facebook, hit the like button. If you're not quite sure how to do any of this stuff and you're new to using electronics with drums, head over to tugted.com and get the art of eDrum. It's all explained in there. Everything that you will need to know to get started and take you right the way through to triggering some really cool things, videos and lights and stuff like that. I will see you next time with another video. Thanks once more for watching. Take it easy until then. Yeah, all the best. See you soon. Bye.